Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for joining me. I'm Katie, and to celebrate recently hitting 500 subscribers, I thought we could do a sketchbook tour. This is one I did about 7 years ago, and I thought this would be quite a nice special one to share with you guys. It's a Moleskine accordion, concertina sketch pad, and this took me about 3, maybe 2.5 to 3 months to do and complete, and boy, I put some details in there, as you can see. All I used in this sketch pad was pencil to outline things, and obviously an eraser to unoutline things, and then to go in with the detail I used the Faber-Castell liner pens, and one was in sepia and the other was in the dark brown, and that's all I used. I didn't want to use black, I wanted it to look like an old scroll, and I think I achieved that. I also wanted a theme. I had completed a concertina sketch pad prior to this, and then I went straight onto this one, and I've not really tackled one since. I know I've got that little series I need to finish, and I will do at some point, but they're quite daunting to do if you want to have a running theme, and the running theme in this one was treetops and clouds. I really liked the idea of having little civilizations perhaps, or little scenes unfolding in these immensely high trees, where there's people who ride on the backs of dragons and there's fairies that tend to trees, and I tried to make all the bark different and interesting on each tree, just so each one would be different and have a different part of the narrative. I also had beasts that were sort of quite dragon-esque but were more tree, and they continued with the bark textures and had branches for antlers. And then there's a tree completely covered in ivy. I really enjoyed doing this book, and I have such good memories tied into all the pen marks that are on here. I remember doing this when I was working in a different department at my job I used to work at, and it was a very stressful environment, and I also had a few activities after work, and then when I'd finally get home after a very long day out to the house, I'd spend a couple of hours each night just adding a little bit, even if it was just relaxing in front of the TV with a brew on, and just adding an area which needed lots of tiny details. And I'm sure you can see there are tiny, tiny details everywhere on this. It's really bizarre though, because after I finished it, I think because it was such a long ongoing piece, and I was doing other bits and pieces in between, but for me, because it was such a long ongoing piece, to finally finish it kind of left a bit of an empty gap. I suppose really it was a little bit like reading a novel and then finishing it and thinking, oh, what to do next? And that's a little bit how I felt after this, which might be why I take my time a bit with them a bit more now. Now, is there a story in this? Well, there kind of is. It's kind of self-explanatory what's going on, but I'll let you guys make up your own narrative for this, because I like to hear what people think and their own interpretations. So if you have any ideas of what might be going on, I would love to hear that. And we are on the last section. Anyway, like I say, this video is to say a massive thank you to everyone who's subscribed and got me to 500. I still can't believe it, so thank you. You're all wonderful, and if you haven't subscribed, why not click on that button, and maybe when I hit 1,000 I might do another one with another book. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and it's just given you a bit of an insight to some of the older work I've done. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like button, and I guess we're carrying on with Mermaid, so I'll see you then. Bye!